Hello students, let us continue the session on quadratic equations. In our previous session, we have understood the definition and the general form of a quadratic equation. We have also seen few questions wherein we have written quadratic equation for the given statements, and we also solved few questions. Let's begin this session with a question here. This was in continuation with the previous questions. We had solved 3 questions. This is the 4th one. The 4th question is find the value of k for which x is equal to 2 is a root of equation kx square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. We have learnt in our previous discussion, whatever the value of x is given, if it is a root, upon substitution the value should become equal to 0. So let me substitute x is equal to 2 in given equation. So k times of 2 square plus 2 multiplied to 2 minus 3 is equal to 0. This implies 4 times k plus 4 minus 3 equal to 0. The value of 4k is negative 1. Therefore, k is minus 1 upon 4. Now we shall discuss the method for finding a root of given quadratic equation. The quadratic equation, if it is there in the form of say ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, can be solved in any of the two methods, and the first method is the method of factorization. It can be said factorization, and the second method is by using formula. This formula was found by an Indian mathematician, Sridharacharya. This formula is well known as Sridharacharya's formula. Let us discuss each of this method, factorization method, as well as by using the formula. Let me first consider factorization method. We will follow few steps for finding the roots of quadratic equation. I'll write stepwise. Step 1, we will factorize ax square plus bx plus c in linear factors by splitting the middle term. And this method is also called as completing the square method. Step 2, we will equate each factor to 0 to get two linear equations and the last step, step 3 is we will solve the linear equations this gives 2 roots of the quadratic equation. Let us try and understand what are these 3 steps. I'll consider a general format of a quadratic equation. General form I'll take. I shall find out a root of this general quadratic equation by completing the square method or else splitting the middle term method. Let's do that. Let me consider the general form. The general form of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. This is the equation for which I need to find roots or solution. Let me multiply both the side of this equation 1 by 4a. Multiply both sides of equation 1 by 4a. We will be getting 4a square x square plus 4abx plus 4ac equal to 0. Yes, you must be thinking, why did I multiply 4a? Just observe the first term of the general form of quadratic equation ax square. If I multiply 4a to that, it becomes a square number 2ax whole square. That is the reason why I have written multiplied 4a on both the sides. I can do a small trick here. I can add b square and subtract b square so that I can use an identity a plus b whole square. Suppose if I add b square and subtract b square, I'll be getting 4a square x square plus 4abx plus 4ac plus b square minus b square equal to 0. Now you observe this term which I am underlining. With the combination of these 3, I will write it as 2ax whole square plus, instead of writing 4abx, I will write 2 times of 2ax multiplied to b plus b square. This I have brought it down here. This 4abx I have written as 2 multiplied to 2ax, which is this term, multiplied to b. Then followed by the remaining terms 4ac minus b square equal to 0. Observe these 3. It is like the expansion of x plus y whole square or p plus q whole square. P square plus 2pq plus q square, where p is 2ax, q is b. So I can write this particular thing as 2ax plus b whole square equal to, I'll transpose these two terms to the right hand side, I'll be getting b square minus 4ac. Let us take root on both the side. If you take root on both the side, we'll be left out with 2ax plus b equal to plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac. Now you transpose b to the right hand side, so 2ax will become minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac. So x will be minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Therefore, there are two values of x. One of the value is minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and the other method is minus b minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. These are the values of x and the roots of the given quadratic equation. And this method followed is the completing square method. Whatever the equation they give, we will consider the middle term. The middle terms, we have to make some trick and make it as a complete square, and we'll find the root. The question related to completing the square method is not there for your syllabus, but the formula which we have derived, it will be there for your examination. This formula is called as Sridhar Acharya's formula. Let us solve few questions. You will be familiar how to solve by factorization method and using formula. Let us solve the quadratic equation. (3x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0 by factorization method. The given equation is 3x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Here we will follow splitting the middle term. For that, I need to find out the sum and the product. The sum is minus 1 and the product is negative 6. The combination of minus 3 added to 2, we get negative 1. The product of this minus 3 with 2, we get as negative 6. So the given equation, the middle term, I'll change into minus 3x plus 2x minus 2 equal to 0. Now take 3x as common, we'll be getting x minus 1 plus 2 as common, x minus 1 equal to 0. This implies 3x plus 2 multiplied to x minus 1 equal to 0. In the first step, we have seen we will make into a linear product, linear factors. We have got the linear factors here. Now each of these products we have to equate it to 0, then only the product will become equal to 0. Either 3x plus 2 should be equal to 0, or else x minus 1 should be equal to 0. So now we will solve for x. X will be negative 2 by 3, or x will be positive 1. Therefore, the roots are 1 and minus 2 by 3. Let us discuss quadratic formula. The root of the equation ax square plus bx plus c is given by x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is a quadratic formula, and this formula is called as Sridhar Acharya's formula. I'll be telling the proof part of the formula. Let us consider the general form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Let me consider dividing both sides by a so that the coefficient of x is taken out. Suppose if you divide both sides by a, we get x square plus b by a times x plus c by a equal to 0 by a, which is equal to 0. Now this middle term is b by a. Suppose if you consider b by 2a whole square and add and subtract, we'll be getting x square plus b by a times x plus b by 2a whole square minus b by 2a whole square plus c by a equal to 0. Here, important thing you notice, I will be making a trick here. I will write this as 2 times b by 2a. I have done this so that this clearly becomes like a square term, 2ab term and b square term. A plus b whole square format will be there for these three terms. I'm using a box here to make you understand we can make use of a plus b whole square. Plus c by a minus b square by 4a square. Now let us equate it to 0 and simplify. We will be getting x plus b by 2a whole square equal to, we'll transpose these terms to the right side, it becomes positive b square by 4a square negative c by a. Let me continue this here. So we got x plus b by 2a whole square equal to, I'll take LCM, 4a square is the LCM, so it becomes b square minus 4ac. Here already a is there, so on dividing this 4a square, 4a will remain, that should be multiplied to c. Take square root on both the side, we will be getting x plus b by 2a equal to plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square. So let us transpose this b by 2a to the right hand side. It becomes minus b by 2a plus or minus, take root for both numerator and the denominator. In the denominator we have root of 4a square, nothing but 2a. On taking LCM, we'll be getting b square minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is a general formula to find root of a given quadratic equation, which will be of the type ax square plus bx plus c. To make use of the formula, it's very easy. We need to identify the value of a, b and c, substitute in the given equation, given formula. So let's solve a few questions related to solving by using formula. Now if the question is solve 6x square minus 7x plus 2 equal to 0. Now I'll be using Sridhar Acharya's formula. I'll not be using splitting the middle term, so I need to use the formula. So you need to remember this formula. X is minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Look at 6x square minus 7x plus 2 equal to 0. Compare this with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Just do a direct comparison. We get the value of a as 6, the value of b as negative 7 and the value of c as 2. Now these values you must substitute here. So x is equal to minus 7 plus or minus. Is it minus 7? No, it is minus of minus 7 plus or minus root minus 7 whole square minus 4 times of a value is 6, c value is 2 divided by 2a. 2a is 2 times 6. So we get positive 7 plus or minus root of 4 square is 49 minus 4 6 times is 24 multiplied to 2 is 48 divided by 2 times 6 is 12. Finally we get x is equal to 7 plus or minus 1 divided by 12. So the value of x will be 7 plus 1 by 12, or else the value of x is 7 minus 1 by 12. Nothing but x value is 8 upon 12, which is 2 by 3, or 6 upon 12, which is 1 by 2. Therefore 2 by 3 and 1 by 2 are roots. This is how solving a quadratic equation becomes very easy when you use the general formula for finding roots, or Sridhar Acharya's formula for finding roots. Before winding up the session, I'd like to solve an important question which was asked in CBSE examination 2017. The question is, express each of the following equations in the standard form and then find roots by factorization method. There are two sub questions here. The first question is x plus 3 upon x plus 2 equal to 3x minus 7 upon 2x minus 3, where x is not equal to minus 2 or positive 3 by 2. The reason why they mention this is, if the x value is negative 2, this x plus 3 divided by x plus 2 becomes invalid. The denominator should never be equal to 0. The same way, x value cannot be positive 3 by 2. This becomes invalid, obsolete. Therefore, they give this condition. Now this equation is not in a standard form. We have to make this in a standard form. How do we make that? We need to cross multiply. We get 2x square minus 3x plus 6x minus 9 equal to 3x square minus 7x plus 6x minus 14. Now this should be simplified. What I prefer doing is, I will first simplify the left hand side. This minus 3x plus 6x is positive 3x minus 9 equal to 3x square minus x minus 14. Now let me take all these terms to one side. I'll be getting 3x square minus 2x square minus x minus 3x minus 14 plus 9 equal to 0. This will be x square and this will be minus 4x and this will be minus 5 equal to 0. Now to solve in a factorization method, we need sum and the product. The product is 5 and the sum is, product is minus 5 and the sum is minus 4. This is possible with negative 5 and positive 1. So by splitting the middle term, I'll express the middle term as minus 5x plus x minus 5 equal to 0. X taken common, we get x minus 5 plus 1 taken common, x minus 5 equal to 0. So x minus 5 multiplied to x plus 1 equal to 0. This is possible when x value is 5 or x value is negative 1. So we have found the two roots. In the same way, we have got one more question, the second sub question. Let me give the question, second one. (4x minus 3 divided by 2x plus 1 minus 10 times of 2x plus 1 divided by 4x minus 3 equal to 3. Here also they mention the condition x shouldn't be equal to minus 1 by 2 or positive 3 by 4. Now we need to make this in a standard form. Just simplify, you will get some equation, and we need to solve the equation by splitting middle term or else factorization. I want you to try this question. Let me give answer. The answer for this particular question is x value is negative 4 by 3 or positive 1 by 8. If you are struck up, I'll give you the quadratic equation. You will get probably you'll get it as 48x square plus 58x minus 8 equal to 0. Or else you can take 4 common, not 4, 2 common. So 24x square plus 29x minus 4 equal to 0. Probably you'll arrive at this equation. If you are getting this equation, you will get the roots as negative 4 by 3 or positive 1 by 8. I want you to try this. That's all for today's session. We shall continue the important topics and the questions from this quadratic equations in our next session. Thank you.